Hello, hello, hello there. It's Samantha here from Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts. How are you doing tonight? I say tonight because it's actually a lovely spring evening. It's been quite warm today, which has been really lovely. And yes, so to all of those who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. To those who've been here for a bit of a time, welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. I hope you're still enjoying my content, and to those of you who are new, I hope you like the content that I have. I've not got a huge amount of content, but I hope what I have got you do like. And if you, well, you obviously like it because you're here. So to my newer subscribers that I've had, I'm sure I've had a couple more since my last video, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. It's lovely to meet you all. So grab yourself a cuppa. I've got some haul. I've got some project news, 2 projects, a bit of life news, and Etsy buys, which were completely by accident. Completely. Totally by accident. And who I've been watching on YouTube. Not in that specific order, because the life stuff you might not want to hear about, so I'll put that at the very, very end. And if you want to hear it, cool, because I've kind of been alluding to it in previous videos. So yes, grab yourself a brew, which I've got a warm cup of tea, because I did make this video before, but then I realised I had shared my bank details with everybody, and that was silly, and so I just figured. Plus, I also I rambled quite a bit, and so hopefully I won't ramble too much in this one, because I have no script. I have decided to snatch a little bit of time, because my daughter, we finished tea really early. We actually had it on time for a change, so everything's a bit early. So my daughter's doing co-op with Daddy on some game on the computer, and I've snatched a few minutes to make a little video, and thank you for spending this time with me. So welcome to my little channel where I like to talk about cross stitch. I like to talk about quilting and knitting and the occasional sewing. Did I mention quilting? Which I've not really done a huge amount, actually. I need to get back onto the quilting bit. I've got so many projects going. Yeah, I need to, because that may or may not be turning into a gift. It is turning into a gift for a friend of mine. Yeah, so I'm having a bit of a bad day today, pain wise. So I've got my pretty purple, and also it looks like it's cable knitted. That's why I chose this specifically. But yes, the arthritis in my hands is playing up rather a little bit, and I've had to take a bit of a break from stitching, so I've been reading instead. Which reminds me, I'm going to talk about my birthday stitch now, because I've changed my mind. I'm a Gemini. We're known for changing our minds. So, as you know, in my last video, I was adamant that I was going to start buying the flosses for Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. So I was going to start stitching on my birthday. I was going to take 3 years to stitch it. I was going to do a fully finish with it. I was going to get it framed, because I've been wanting to do it for so long. I've since had to think. Plus, also, with my other channel, my second channel, is Samantha Sutherland Art and Books. I kind of being pulled towards things like the classics, like classic novels, and also literary stitching. I found loads of cross stitch patterns for books like Anne of Green Gables, and Dickens and Edgar Allan Poe and Jane Austen. And as it happened, up popped on Audible for a free, as part of my membership, Pride and Prejudice. So I thought, that seems like a great idea, because they made a film and a couple films, and then they've made a whole series, and I like Jane Austen films, and that sounds like a really interesting idea. So when I went on Etsy, I found two different patterns. One I really wanted, and then I purchased it, and then I found out that there is about 83 skeins of floss for it. And I then did all of the maths, and I realised I was looking at between 140 and 160 pounds just to kit it up. And I don't have that. I won't have that for a while. So then I picked the second one I really liked, which cost a little bit more, but had a lot less in flosses. So this is the one I went for. This one is from a shop on Etsy, and I forgot the name of it. It is a Pride and Prejudice one, obviously. This particular one is from Twin Peak Primitives on Etsy, and anyone and anything or any shop I mention, I will put their information in the box below. But this is what I've gone for, and this is what it will look like, hopefully, when I have stitched it. So I've decided that, and I also went to CEX last week, and I got, with my vouchers, a triple DVD, and it was Pride and Prejudice, Shakespeare in Love, and Sense and Sensibility, which I've actually seen before, and I love that one. Actually, I've seen the Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley before, and that's the one I've got. So this is what it should look like when it is stitched. And I went on Lakeside Needlecrafts, and I got a 50 by 55 centimetre fat quarter of Ada, which is Zweigert Antique White. And then I got the Cold For flosses. Aren't they beautiful? I just now need floss drops and a project bag. And the project bag I wanted is now sold. So I'm going to, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to send a message to the seller and say, is there any chance that I can get this as a commission bag, pretty please? Because I picked it to go with this because it's a Regency fabric. And it's beautiful, and I will put up a picture here somewhere of the project bag that I wanted, if I can find it again. She's still got a picture for it. I picked it specifically because it was Regency fabric, and it was really beautiful. And I need something to put this in when I'm doing it. And I thought, because it's my birthday stitch, I thought do it, get everything really quite pretty and quite special, because it's such a special stitch. So I'm going to read the book, listen to the book whilst I stitch. If I'm still stitching whilst I'm listening, after the book's finished, I've got the film to watch. And if I still happen to be stitching when I've finished watching the film, on CEX again, I have found the box set of the entire series that BBC did as an adaptation from the actual book. I'm going to get that. I've not seen it since I was a child, and I really enjoyed it when I was little, and hopefully I can impart some of that love on to my daughter, who I hope might watch it with me. So this is my birthday stitch now. Autumn at Hawk and Hollow, I am still going to stitch this year, but I'm going to start it at the beginning of autumn. And for me, that is August. For me, August feels like it starts in autumn, feels like it starts in August. So I'm going to start it kind of middle of August. I also have an anniversary stitch I'd like to do, which I need to get the booklet for it now, and I'm doing it in black. So I've got that. I just need to get the fabric for that as well. So yeah, that's my birthday stitch, and I need to get some cheap rubbishy paper because this is really strong paper, and there's a lot to stick together because I've got the colour and the black and white version, and I want to do both because I get mixed up, as it now turns out, when I'm stitching. So yes. Also, I finished the stitch I was doing for my cousin. I can't show it to you, even though it's finished, because I need to give it to her. So when my daughter is on WIT break, I'm going to see if we can visit my cousin in Wales so that I can give it to her, because my daughter's made something that I'm quite sure if she puts it in the post could potentially break. So yes. And also my accidental Etsy buys. There's a shop called Tam Stitch Designs, and I saw their cottage cross stitch patterns and I thought they're gorgeous. They had a sale on, And so I decided to buy 2 of them because it was, the more you bought, the bigger the discount. And I thought I bought 2 matching ones, which were in matching sizes once they're kind of stitched. One's a large and the other one is 200 by 200 stitches. So I don't know what that's going to be in 20 count fabric. But it's little and large, so I'm going to have to go back on her Etsy shop. I'm going to have to buy one of the others, which is roughly the same size as the one I've already bought. So I've got 2 matching ones, and the bigger one I can do at my leisure. Because it is massive. I didn't realise how big it was. And I don't know if I've mentioned or whinged that I hate stitching houses. When I was doing the stitch for my cousin, the amount of times I ripped out the house, the amount of times I frogged it, I still did it wrong. However, my excuse is British houses don't have that many windows, and I think it looks beautiful. And my husband's like, actually, yeah, they don't have that many windows. It does look better, actually. So I've kind of slightly changed up the cross stitch pattern by sheer accident. And I can't wait to share it with you. I will probably make a small video before I go off with it, and then I can post the video after I've given her the gift. Oh, it was so funny. I got carried away. I get carried away stitching, and I was like, I've not done the windows. And I was like, British houses don't have that many windows, it's fine. So yeah, that's what I have spent. I spent 2 days that. I basically stitched literally 2 days. I'd already started it a little bit. I hadn't done a huge amount. And then it literally took me 2 days to finish it. And then I decided that I was going to start on, I picked my next project. I showed you All Creatures Great and Small and Proverbs 31 sampler. I went with the Proverbs 31 sampler mainly because I had quite a few of the skeins of thread for that, of the DMC. So I'm doing DMC called for. So these are the colours. I made my own floss drops. This is kind of the front to cover it, to keep it all pretty and thingy, safe and stuff. But this is all the called for colours. Aren't they gorgeous? The greens are just beautiful. So I made my own floss drops using an image from Mark Chagall. He spent 10 years working on the Bible. He was commissioned. And I just thought the paintings were absolutely gorgeous. And the Song of Solomon, which is my favourite one, mainly because I've seen Keeping Mum so many times, and it's mentioned a good few times in the film. And I looked it up after I had watched the film and I thought, these words are really beautiful. So I made my own floss drops. So I have that, and then it goes into the floss drops. Now I have 2 because when you cut off a piece to get your length to stitch with, you're obviously left with a few strands of the thread. I use 1/1 when stitching, so then obviously you get quite a few. So what you're supposed to do with the rest of it? So I don't like leaving it to get lost or stood on, or well, lost. So I always place them in the second one. So I always make 2 holes. So on the front it says Proverbs 31 sampler. I've also put where I got the image from, Song of Solomon by Mark Chagall. I don't know if you can see that there. And then there's the image, which is just ever so beautiful. And then on the back I've put DMC colour and then the colours. So it's all called for colours. I did these with my hole punch. I opened the back and I'd made a template, and then I just put circle on them and then hole punch where the circle was. I haven't got very far. I'll show you the stitch again. So that's the sampler. I've only done this little bit here. I've not done a huge amount. I started it literally after I finished Zoe's stitch. And here it is. I'm doing it on 20 count. I want to say Mocha, but I don't think it is. I got it from Lakeside Needlecraft, so I'll have a look in my on my receipt and see what it is, and if I can find it I will place the name of it here. But their fabrics are gorgeous. I do like Fibre on a Whim, but this is just as beautiful. And so yeah, I've not done a huge amount, and I've got my favourite needle minder from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I can't hold it too close because it might corrupt my phone. So yes, that's what I'm working on. Did I mention the patterns that I bought? Yeah. So I will share the pictures of the Etsy purchases. My accent purchases. I'm actually going to kit one up a bit sooner than I was planning on doing. I'm going to start, I think I've started window shopping. I've put them in my basket on Lakeside Needlecraft. I think it's either that or Patchwork, one of the two. There was some sort of, I think, a family emergency with one of the ladies from fox&rabbit, so they're a little behind with their stock. And there's a lot of things that I'd like that aren't in stock at the moment. They're slowly getting them back in though. I keep getting notifications. This is back in stock. This is back. You wanted it? We've got it for you. So yeah, they're slowly getting the stock back again. I do really like the fabric, fibre on a whim from them. It's just so beautiful to stitch with. I think it's like a linen, I'm not sure. What else? Oh, to make the floss drops, I bought these from Amazon. And they're just like gift tags, like gift luggage tags. And these I bought as well from Amazon. I think they're like 2 inches, I'm not sure. I bought the smaller ones because I didn't really want big huge ones. It fits nicely on my floor stand, of which I'm hoping to upgrade my floor stand in the next year, because mine is lovely but it's just not very strong. I can't lean on it. The one I found is just, it's bells, whistles and everything. The only thing it doesn't do is make you a cup of tea. But these fit nicely dangling on it. So yeah. I haven't bought anything else new for a while. I've got a few things I'd like to purchase, obviously. Oh, and YouTubers I've been watching now. I haven't got a list, so I may forget some of them, and any that I remember, I will put in the box below, all of them anyway. So I've been watching Brijin the Museum Stitcher, Annie of the Proper Stitcher, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, which is Olivia, MommaLovesYouGB. Actually still have the rest of the one from this morning to watch. We had a visit from my father-in-law, so I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. So I need to finish watching that. Anybody else? I can't think. I've been watching Stitched by Mrs. D. She's so funny. She's been singing with a cat again. And if you've watched her channel, you'll know what I mean. But she keeps doing duets with a cat, Ian. It's quite cute as well. He also hits the bell to get a treat. It's very funny. I think that's everybody I've been watching. There's probably a few more that I have forgotten to mention that I've been watching that I forgot about, because I have such a bad memory. No, I can't think of anything else. So I will let you know now that I'm now going to go into a life update. If you don't like hearing about hospitals, operations or anything, I completely understand if you leave now. So I'll give you a chance to bob off. And I will see you in my next video. I may have a tiny bit of like, oh, maybe I should mention what I'm going to be doing for my daughter's bedroom. We're nearly there. We just need to paint the walls, new carpet. She's getting a new bed at some point as well, because we've been saving up. And she wants bookcases with pretty shelving, which I'm going to do, which I've already said I'm going to do. I can't do as much as I was going to do, and the life update will let you know why. And I'm still going to make the cushions and the floor cushions for her bedroom, which that I'm really looking forward to. And I still have to make the flipping book cushion. I still have to do that. I will make it. I will. And I still have to finish her quilt. So I'm hoping to get the fabric for that, to kind of finish at least the quilt top off. Hopefully some point this month, because I need to get it finished before I go into hospital. So this is why I'm going to talk about my life update. I've already alluded to it kind of in previous ones because I've mentioned about having sweeteners in my tea. So if you don't want to hear it, it's fine. It's nothing bad. It's just I want to let you know what's going on and why I might be disappearing for a few weeks in a few weeks. But basically, last September-ish time, I had to go for an ultrasound, and they found, because I have IBS, and I ended up in NHS out of hours, and I ended up in A&E for a whole pretty much afternoon, which was not fun because I ended up going from one hospital to a different one, which is nearer home, just in case I had to stay in for the night, so, which I didn't, luckily. But they couldn't find anything wrong. They said it's probably IBS pain and that I should ask for an ultrasound. So I did, and I had one done, and I got a phone call saying, oh, there's been we found something, it's nothing bad, don't worry about it. So come end of last November, I got a phone call saying, oh, we found a cyst on your pancreas, it's got to be removed. We'll see you at the hospital for an appointment to talk about surgery. And he put the phone down. I was like, what? And I because I suffer from fatigue, I was having a nap. So I wake up to this phone call, and I was like, what just happened? So I had 2 weeks of sheer panic because I stupidly Googled what a pancreatic cyst was. Obviously, when you do that, all of the worst comes up, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I went for the appointment with a very lovely doctor who said, have a fantastic Christmas because it's nothing that serious. It's not what they think you've got. It's just a cyst. We'll send you for some more tests, and then we'll go from there. So I had a camera down my throat, which was an experience. And then I got back to see the specialist, and he said, yeah, we're going to have to remove it. We'll keep an eye on it for a little bit. But yes, we're going to have to remove it. It's not what everyone's going to say it is. So don't panic. We're just going to have to take a bit of your pancreas and spleen. Oh, okay then. Because I was like, as I was walking out, I was like, what exactly are you going to have? Are you just going to remove the cyst, or is there anything else? And he's like, no, we'll have to remove a bit of your spleen and your pancreas, but it'll be fine. You have to stay in for 3 days after to check your blood sugar levels because I may or may not become diabetic. So to prepare myself just in case, I have been drinking tea with sweetener a lot more. And I've been eating things like the odd couple of chocolate chip cookies, which are sugar-free every so often, because I try not to eat a lot of biscuits and things. And I've also been doing some gentle exercise to hopefully lose a little bit of weight before I go in, just to make myself that little bit more healthier before I have the operation. So I've had tests to make sure I am fit enough for the operation, and that was an experience. And then I'm fine. So I'm just waiting to go back and see my specialist, who will then give me a date, and I've got a pre-op appointment, for a pre-operative assessment appointment to have bloods and things taken on Tuesday. But after that, I'll then get my date for my operation, which I'm assuming will now be probably June, maybe July. I'm hoping it's June and before my birthday, because it would suck to be in on my birthday. And I don't want it to be in July because my daughter breaks up for school in July and her birthday's in July. So I'd rather it was over my birthday or before than hers. So I'm looking for things to take with me. I might still be working on this or one of the beautiful cottages that I've bought the patterns of. The smaller one, not the bigger one. And I can't believe I've actually gone and bought the cottages, as I don't like stitching houses. And I found there's a house in this. However, the house in this is a bit different because it's not like a normal kind of like house. It's got a bit of interest to it. I don't know if you can see it right there, but it's got windows, it's got a door, it's got 2 chimneys, so it might not bore. I find stitching them kind of boring. And I find it kind of boring because I get carried away stitching and I forget what I'm supposed to be stitching, obviously. So then I've decided I hated houses. So I've bought these 2 cottage patterns, but they're gorgeous. And it's all of the flowers. And I've also bought, and I'll put the picture here, of a Norwegian village. I don't know, I just am very into like pretty stitching at the moment. I don't know why. And I might try and kit up All Creatures Great and Small at the same time as kitting up Ultimate Hawk Run Hollow. So anyway, I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to toddle off. I will keep you updated. I will do life updates when I get the information and stuff of what's going on. I will always do them at the end. If you're still here, thank you very much for staying with me. And so it's nothing huge of rubbish. It is a bit rubbish. I've got to go and have an operation, but these things can't be helped. But apparently I think it is actually something to do with people who have EDS are more prone to things like cysts and things like that. And I'm hoping to take some trips out to some lovely houses with my National Trust membership beforehand, because they're very pretty. I might even take some stitching with me and sit and stitch. I did with one of my samplers, but I didn't get a chance to sit down and stitch. We went to Lime Hall, but because I was with my husband and daughter, I didn't get time to sit down and get photos of me stitching and stuff. So I'm going to keep on with my quilting project, and I might try and do a little bit of stitching of this if I can. And so I'm excited to start my birthday stitch, which is this one. But I love Pride and Prejudice, the film, and I'm really excited about the book, and I'm excited about doing this. And this one, like I said, was from Twin Peak Primitives. So I will put their information in the box below. I hope you have a lovely week. I hope your bank holiday Monday is a lovely one. I hope it's nice weather. It might be. Miracles can happen. I'm not sure what we're doing for it tomorrow. Other than that, I will see you all again very soon. Hopefully it'll be not this week coming with being really busy. It'll be the week after, when I can show you hopefully some stitching. And I am looking forward to showing you what I stitched for my cousin when I can actually show you. I can't even show you a sneak peek, not really. I sent her a sneak peek, but it's finished. I don't want anyone else to see it except her beforehand, that is. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go now. I will see you all again very, very soon. Have a great week. Happy stitching, happy knitting, happy sewing, happy crafting, happy quilting. Have a great week, and I will see you very, very soon with my next video, hopefully, and with a bit of a stitchy update, which would be nice, and maybe even a little bit of haul, because I feel it's time that I need to get a few things in to help me with stitching. I will see you all again soon. Have a great week, as I've said a dozen times already. I'll see you later. Thanks very much for spending this time with me, and I will see you later on. So for now, happy crafting, and I will see you later on. Bye bye everyone. See you later.